Shalom. All praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers that are teaching the truth in society across the four corners of the earth. Today's lesson, I'm just going to get into the gist, G-I-S-T, of why we're in this truth, why we're suffering, why we're catching hell, and why we see this world going to desolation. I'm gonna read from Luke chapter 10 verse 25. This is going into how Yahushua was telling people who didn't know the truth, who didn't know the dark sayings of the Lord, and he simply just kept it simple for them, and they still couldn't get it. So this is what we need to know. This is the gist of everything while we're in this truth, to get out of this hell that we're in under our oppressors, starting with the so-called white man, which is Esau, biblically named, and these other nations who are licking our womb. This is Luke chapter 10 verse 25. And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? Which that eternal life comes with paradise ever living, man. Verse 26, and he said, he said unto him, what is written in the law? How readest thou? And he answering said, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And that's what we should do, coming in this truth. Loving the Lord with all our heart and soul and mind, and our neighbors as well, meaning the brotherhood. And we got a lot of examples out there that keep that saying, loving the brotherhood, really the whole nine, loving the Lord with all thy soul and with all thy might. Because if you got hatred for your brother in your heart, then you in the dark. If you're in the dark, meaning you walk in wickedness. Because that light lights up the whole body. But if your eye is single and is dark, then the whole body is wicked. Verse 28. And he said unto him, thou hast answered right. This do and thou shalt live. See, this do and thou shalt live. So we're gonna live when we simply just do the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua with a contrite spirit, because we're not always in the spirit of things, but what you really are, you just going through the hell and turmoil that comes with this, from being in this flesh, these dark chains that is written in Jude chapter 1, or Jude chapter 1. Now I'm gonna jump to John chapter 4 verse 32. This is John chapter 4 verse 32. Well, I'm gonna start from verse 30. Then they went out of the city and came unto him. In the meanwhile his disciples prayed and said, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Now let's look at the word meat. After eating, in a wider sense, corrision, that which is eating food, alignment of the soul's food, either which refreshes the soul or nourishes and supports it. It's really metaphorically speaking, or figuratively speaking. In other words, like food for thought. Because spiritually, that's what he's talking about, that meat. You know what I'm saying? And basically the meat is this word, his Father's will, his Father's commandment. It's finished explained later on. Therefore said the disciples one to another, hath any man brought him aught to eat? Yahushua said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. See, and that's what we are into, finishing Yahweh Bashim Yahushua work, that he set us on the earth to do, because we're not on the earth as other people see in their own eyes, as to living it up and living an American dream and having a sustainable life on earth. Now we're doing that in the spirit, but you're going to get that life in the future, and we're going to really live and not just be surviving check to check. This is the last verse. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of men. Let me read this again. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. See, this is the jits right here. Jits meaning the whole matter, really. The meaty part, the mattery part, the weighty part of the matter is to fear Yahweh and keep his commandments. But this is the whole duty of man. This is really why we're here. And he gave the oral commandments to Adam to follow by, but he failed because he ate the doctrine, meaning other philosophies and things of that nature back in the ancient world, which is still going on today, because ain't nothing new under the sun. You have Islamic doctrines out there. You got the Scientology, 5%ers, all other philosophies except the one true doctrine, which is this word that Jake goes off and don't try to seek and find, but the elect will. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Washai. This is just of the truth of life, really. So with that, shalom.